Hi there, this is a demonstration of ApprovalPlus, and in this case we're focusing on how you use the interface and how a user gets into the tasks they need to do. Okay, so obviously the first thing is you'll need to log into the system. So this is the landing site for us to log in from. Username in here and password in here. You can remember your password on your PC. If you've forgotten it, you can enter your username and it will send you an email to your registered email address as well. So I'm logging in here. We go to our landing page. So our landing page is customized per user. So really the tasks that I have assigned to me will be on the left-hand side of the circle here. Our company logo that we're working for is in the middle, and the tasks that we can do are on the right-hand side. Our menus on the left, and what we're trying to show the user is the things that are outstanding for them. So if I was an accounts payable person, for example, I have 8 outstanding items. I can hit the play button and it will take me to the first one on the list to go and process. So I don't have to work from the list. If I want to look at a list of items, I can click on the little glasses symbol here and it'll take me to a list. So I can click on that and just show you what it looks like. Okay, now in the case of accounts payable, I have items assigned for me to act on. There's also a shared list up here, and we can look at the items that are sitting with people and need some other action. And it might be that I grab them from one of my team members and do those tasks as well. Okay, to go back to the home screen, it's on the left-hand side here. You'll find sometimes that menu is able to hide. If it is, just come to the left and it will appear for you. Okay, now for someone who is going to code an invoice, that we call that preparing an ApprovalPlus. So I have 24 invoices. If I hit the play button, I'm going to get the first thing that's waiting on me to do my preparing. Now that could be an invoice, an expense claim, or a purchase order that needs some finishing off before it goes on to the approver. So I am going to go to the list this time and just going to choose an invoice that needs coding. Okay, and the way ApprovalPlus is structured is on the left-hand side you'll have a document. So in this case it's an invoice being displayed for us, and on the right-hand side is our action area, and it's giving us the information on what's being paid for in this case. So this is an invoice to the FB Hauling Company, and we're paying them $278, and it shows us the tax amount and those types of things there. Okay, now in this case it's not being matched to a purchase order, so it's waiting for us to code and send this to someone to approve. Okay, it's got $242.04 it needs coding, and we've got an empty line to fill out. So if I click on my mark here, it takes us to the screen to do those tasks. Now I'm not going to go through the process of coding this, that's in another demo, but just to explain how these fields work. Something highlighted in green, we've got some content in there. It's either defaulted in or you may have keyed it in, and it is correct. It's something that's accepted. The red area means it's a compulsory data entry field and we need to complete that. And obviously in this case I could start typing, so I might know the business unit number, for example, or I could actually be picking from a list by using the little drop arrow here. If I have selected something and I've changed my mind, I want to blank it out, you can use the X to clear that out. Okay, now depending on the things you select, generally as you go further down, things will change based on the entries you've made above. So for example, if I had changed this company number, it may have a bearing on which business units were available to me. And similarly the GL codes for the cost center. Okay, in this case we've got compulsory fields for comments, we've got an approver that needs to be selected, so you complete those things and continue on. Now, normally you would need to fill all of those things out before you finish it and send it on, but if you're halfway through doing things, you can click the save button, and it's going to give you a bit of a warning. There's things missing to complete this action, but you might want to save it as a draft. So if you're going out and you need to complete this later, it will remember the tasks that you have done inside of that entry, and you can complete it later on at your leisure. Okay, and really they're the main pieces of the document. As I said, on the right hand side are our action buttons. They will change depending on the screen that we're in, and they're generally fairly self-explanatory. So if we're in the middle of an invoice and, for example, we want to dispute this invoice, it's going to place it on hold. If we want to edit the invoice as an accounts payable person, we could do that. If we've passed it to someone, we need to get it back. We would reclaim it. These processes such as adding extra steps in the process, as adding a review or passing a comment to other users. Okay, now I'm just going to pop one in here and show you the comment section. Okay, now every time you add a comment, there's going to be different things that happen. When I send this document to the next person, that comment will be displayed to that user in front of them. But they also get stored down in this comments area. Now you have little sliders here. So if I want to minimize my header section, I can shrink that up. In this case, I've got some coding, I can shrink that up, and we've got our comment section, I can expand that and see all the comments. So there could be multiple comments in here, and you can slide up and expand and extract these items as you need to. By default, we'll display the items that have been entered. If there's more than, in this case, 10 on the page, it'll only display 10, and we can page forward to the next page. You can go to the end, you can refresh that if someone else is busy doing things, and start hunting through for things. Okay, and really that's the main way of negotiating around a document, other than there's some tabs along the top here. So for example, if we had some tax details we wanted to look at, or the history of any invoice information, they're the tabs that you would have in this particular case. If you're doing something to do with a purchase order, there may be some different tabs, or you're editing a user, there will be some different tabs along the top there as well. Okay, so as I said, the menu has shrunk itself away to the left here, so I can click on that and it'll bring the menu back. It's just to give you a bit more screen real estate to do your task that you're doing. If you want to go back to your home screen, you can always do that, and that's our home screen. And that really is how you use ApprovalPlus. If you want to close off, you only need to use the Windows button here and close the window. You can also log off, and then you would need to enter your password the next time you come back in. Thank you for your time.